All right. Instagram is live. I don't know what Facebook's doing here. Anybody? Okay, there we go. I think Facebook is live. Hi guys, it's me. It's Emily and it's MTV. It's MTV Live. I'm coming to you live from the Esquimalt Lagoon in Colwood, Victoria, BC, Vancouver Island, Canada, planet Earth, the Milky Way. Hi, Megan. All right, guys, MTV is back. I have just today stepped into a new commitment that I feel a little fluttery about in my chest, which is a good indication that I know I'm doing the right thing. So I've stepped into a commitment to go live again, bringing back MTV every Monday through Friday from now until at least June 10th. So you can expect to see some more of me. I'm really super grateful for everybody's feedback when I touch base with some people. A lot of times, people that I don't talk to like on a super frequent basis, a lot of people tell me how they miss MTV. And when is MTV Live coming back or MTV coming back? So thank you guys for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And it's good to be back. So what I'm going to endeavor to do is make these videos insightful, as hopefully they have been in the past. Just connect with you guys, be present with you guys, and bring a juicy topic, or at least some kind of a topic to these videos, and hopefully you'll find some value in them, and share a little bit about where I'm at and what I've been going through and my own experiences and stuff like that. So today's topic is the choices we make and where they come from. So I have been in, self-isolation, quarantine, social distancing, physical distancing. What are some other words? House arrest, as you all have too, I imagine. And there's actually been a lot of this sacred pause, is what I'd like to call this process over the last few weeks. It's been very much a sacred pause for me to really reassess, who am I? How do I spend my time? What do I like doing? What don't I like doing? What do I love about my business? What do I not like about my business? What about my home life? What do I wish I was doing more of? What do I wish I was doing less of? Sabrina, I would love to do a guest spot with you. Is that what you meant in your message that you sent me earlier? Because I just didn't piece that together. Absolutely. I would be honored to be a guest on what was the beautiful name that you had? I can't remember, but whatever the name of the group is, it's beautiful. Okay, so yes, back to quarantine and just this sacred pause. And so it really got me thinking about a couple things. One is, ask yourself this question, and no right or wrong, no good or bad, right or wrong, but ask yourself this question: have you just been waiting for quarantine to end, right? Have you been waiting to live your life? Have you been waiting to live? Have you been waiting? That's really the question. Have you been waiting for all of this to subside so that you can start living again? Or have you been finding new ways to live and to be alive and to express yourself and to be in your beautiful experience of life during all of this? So the answer for both of those for me is yes. I've been doing both. There's been days that have been up and days that have been down. And some of the things that I am surrender living. That's what Sabrina's Facebook group is. People, if you want to get in a juicy, empowered page on Facebook, go check out Surrender Living. That is a beautiful reminder that I'm going off on tangents now, guys. I'm a little out of the loop on my MTV flow, so just bear with me as I come back to this again. But Sabrina's group name reminds me that just yesterday, I released the final single from the album Eight Crows. It should be live in a day or two. It is called Surrender. So if those of you that are watching did not know, in 2018, I recorded an album. The name of the album is Eight Crows. However, I did not release it in an album. I released it in singles. The group of songs is what I call Eight Crows. And the final song, the 8th track, called Surrender, will be streaming to you via all music streams by the end of the week, probably. So go check out Emily Haruko. If you guys haven't heard any of my music, you can go get to know me a little bit more through those. Or if you've already been enjoying the music, that's beautiful. And if you're not interested, that's also totally fine. But just a nice little reminder that I taken the step to actually release the last single that should be coming out your way shortly. Okay, so I want to get back to this quarantine process. This idea of, are we waiting to live, or have we found the opportunity to be alive and experience living fully during this process? And I've really done both. What I want to share is some of the things that I have been putting off in my life, in my desire to be fully alive and to be living. Some of the things that I have put off that I started doing during this quarantine. One is I finally signed up for compost. I know that I'm ashamed that I have lived here 2.5 years and I have not signed up for food scrap pickup. I have let myself off the hook because I have a garburator. So a lot of what I can dispose of has gone down the garburator, but apparently that's not super environmentally friendly either. And then I've been throwing the rest of my food scraps away. I know, I'm a terrible person. So I have I finally set it up. So now I am composting all of my food again. I'm doing the scrap pickup, food scrap pickup, finally set that up. So really proud of that, super excited. And Sabrina, what? Oh, we are so going to talk about that. Let me know the link and I will post her. Oh, perfect. Oh, great. Thank you, Sabrina. As soon as it's live, as soon as it's streaming, I'll post it for sure. I'll share it on here, on Facebook, on Instagram, in my stories, and I'll email you the link. And I'll get it up on YouTube too. I need to do that. It'll be streaming through all music stuff. Okay, Sabrina, she's from Red Deer. Don't judge people. I assume you're talking about yourself, Sabrina. But anyways, I'm not from Red Deer, but I did live in Red Deer, and that's how I know Sabrina. Anyways, okay, tangents. Sorry, folks, tangents. Just getting myself back into this flow of live videos again. So started composting, really proud of that for myself. Been 2.5 years in the making of not having previously signed up for food scrap pickup. Really excited about that. That was large in part thanks to my daughter doing some lessons on reduce, reusing, and recycling. That prompted me to be a little bit more of a responsible human being living on this planet and actually set up food scrap pickup. I'm now composting again. Woohoo! Big win. Okay. Another thing that I am really proud of that I have undertaken in this sacred pause, stuff that I have been wanting to do but put off because I'm busy or I don't have time, was art, getting creative again. So I have been doing burning quotes and designs into driftwood. I have been making dream catchers, and I have been making macrame wall hangings. So I will post some photos of the stuff that I have been doing. Some of them are spoken for, and some of them are for sale. I plan on launching a little online store. I'm also taking custom orders for dream catchers, macrames, and burnt driftwood. So if you would like to support a handmade Canadian artist over here and would like to check out my dream catchers, my macrame art, or my burnt driftwood. I will show you what I have available. I am also open to doing custom orders. So shameless plug there for myself having stepped into more of my creativity and my art, which just feels super nurturing and super good. And been really great. The third thing that I'm super excited about that I have undertaken, that I have been wanting to do since I moved off of Vancouver Island almost 5 years ago, was start a garden again. So while I don't have a huge raised bed in my backyard, my neighbor is putting a raised bed in his backyard, and he said I could have a section. I also bought some patio planters, some deep cedar ones. And I have started a bunch of seedlings. So I'm getting back into the process of growing my own food. So much of this sacred pause has been about me getting grounded again and about me getting back into my roots and down into nature. So hence the composting, keeping my hands busy with seeds and soil and art. It's been so nourishing. And what the hell, I might as well just share. I have started writing a book. And what's really funny about that is that if some of you may remember at the very beginning of this quarantine, I was telling everybody, you don't have to put all this pressure on yourself to like do all this stuff during quarantine. You don't have to write a book. The first COVID meme I saw was when William Shakespeare was in quarantine during the Spanish flu, he wrote King Lear. And I was like, you don't have to write your next King Lear. All the while I was really talking to myself about, you don't have to write a book right now. And the thing is there's a book in me. There's a memoir in me. It's been in the making for 38 years, but it's really been in the making for the last few years of me being able to want to write and to share my experience. And so I have very slowly started a memoir. So that kind of catches you guys up with what I'm up to. This has probably been slightly narcissistic, this video, but again, I'm just, so far. But I'm just getting back in the flow of my MTV lives. But here's where I want to bring some value to you guys. Is when we think about the choices that we are making in our lives, when we are thinking about the choices that we are making with the time that we have, I think it's so important to ask ourselves, from where am I making these choices? And I'm going to give you an example. So I have been coaching now professionally for 6.5 years. And I only recently just dawned on the fact that I don't know if me stepping into my coaching as a career was a choice that I made from a fully empowered place. Because what happened was my ex-husband at the time was going to go do his coaching training so that he could do some work with my dad. And then they both suggested, well, why don't you do it too? I was pregnant with my daughter at the time. And I thought, well, yeah, I've always been into like personal growth and self-development. Why don't I go and do my coaching training too? And then it was in my coaching training that I was like, oh, I'm good at this. Oh, this feels good. I could do this as like a job and a career. But isn't it interesting that I chose to do my coaching training sort of almost on like a fluke, or like because somebody else said that I should? So it's been really interesting to sit with over the last few weeks about how I've come to become a coach and how I've grown my business. And when I really peel back all the layers, from which place did I actually make this choice from? So that's been really interesting. So I thought that could be valuable for you guys to think about the choices that you're making in your life. From where did those choices come? Right? Were they a fully empowered choice that you made in your own sovereign nature? Or were they choices that were potentially largely influenced from like box ticking culture, or from your parents, or from your spouse, or from some other authority figure that you had in your life? And not a right or wrong, not a good or bad. You don't need to judge yourself for it, but can you get curious about from which place did I make these choices? From which place informed me that this is what I should do. Oh, we're having trouble with the Facebook video. So sorry, Facebookers. But that's really what I wanted to share with you guys. So I hope that that's of some benefit for you, that you guys can think about, from which places have you made your choices, and what would it take to make those choices from a fully empowered place? How are you spending this time during quarantine? Is it something that you're just waiting for it to end? Or is it something that you can be experiencing and making the most of and really living through it? So that's what I got for you guys today. I'll be back tomorrow because, again, MTV is going to be here every Monday through Friday from now until June 10th. I'm looking forward to getting back in the flow with you guys, and for just, being here with you guys again. Look out for Surrender, the final single from my album 8 Crows. It's going to come out soon. Looking forward to sharing with you guys about my dream catchers, macrames, and burnt driftwood. And also, for all of the ladies in the house, I am starting my next mastermind. It's called the Empowered Mastermind. And it starts on June 24th. It runs for 12 weeks. This is the same mastermind that I have run twice previously. It was previously known as the Dirty Dozen. I changed the name to the Empowered Mastermind. It starts on June 24th. It runs for 12 weeks. It is weekly for 12 weeks. It's open to women only. If you're interested in more information, send me a message and we can have a chat about if it's right for you. I'll also be sharing in the coming weeks some feedback and some videos from some women that have taken the mastermind with me before and what the impact on them has been. So it's been beautiful and lovely to be here with you guys today. I'm glad to be back. I'm sending you love from my heart to yours. And I will see you tomorrow. Lots of love and bye for now. Ciao, ciao.